Okay, friends, welcome back. Will Silver's here, Driver Mojo. I get asked a lot if I got any funny stories, and I've got one from my first week of driving. My first impression of Uber back when I worked at Amazon. Yeah, you've been rocking the Amazon shirt for this one. 4 a.m. I used to get up early, go 4 a.m. to do some airport runs, make me about $50, and then I go to work at 7:30 a.m. for stand up at Amazon. I get a 4 a.m. My first call of the night was the morning was Legends Bar and Grill out in Avon. Wasn't expecting a bar call at 4 a.m. I'm thinking to myself, maybe it's bar staff. They had a few drinks and closed the place up. So I arrived to the place. Standing on the corner, there is a guy, two people out there. The owner standing out there with this guy that's wrestling with his shorts around his knees. He's got boxers on, but he's trying to get his shorts up. And I'm thinking to myself, God, please don't let this be my passenger. Sure enough, it was. The owner's standing out there saying, hey, I got to get this guy home. And I said, we're going to have to get those shorts up first. And he says, believe me, he's doing better than he was. So I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, so what level of nakedness was this guy prior to me arriving? I don't even want to think about it. Anyway, he gets him loaded in. I got a van that has had doors on both sides at that time, and gets him in, and he, before we even leave the lot, he's asleep. He's back there snoring, and I'm thinking, okay, well, cool. I just hope he doesn't get sick in his sleep. That was the only thing really going through my mind. At one point, about a mile or so down the road, he snorts awake and puts his hands on my shoulders from behind. Puts two hands on my shoulders and says, "Dude, you gotta play some Mario, man." And I had the radio playing low, and I'm like, well, I can't really mess with the radio right now, but how about this? And I turned it up, and it was playing that Flo Rida song, "Baby, come to my house, you could, whatever that song was. And that appeased him. He laid back and started hearing the snores going on again. I'm like, okay, that was weird. He wasn't threatening, and drunk people mostly amuse me, so I didn't take it as anything significant. He wasn't hurting me. He wasn't hurting them, but I can see how that would have freaked some people out on their first week out, you know what I mean? So we proceed, take a left onto his street, and he's coming to a little bit, and he's like, oh, hey, this is my house. Here's my house over here. And I'm like, no, that's not the address I have. Are you sure? And he does that twice. He's, oh, here's my house. And I'm like, no, that's not what I have. And I pull in, a little further down the road. I pull into the driveway of the address I had on hand. And I say, well, does this one look familiar? Silence. He doesn't say anything. So I'm thinking, oh my God, is this the right address? Did the owner know this guy, or did he get some random address from this cat, or what? Is he just sending him away to get him away? Just what street you live on? Here's a random number, who knows, Anyway, we pull in, and he starts grabbing his stuff and getting himself together, and I'm glad he's getting out on his own steam, and I don't have to assist him or wake him up to get him to go. He grabs his phone, his keys, his what else? His wallet, his thongs. He gets all that crap together, and he finally gets himself out. Takes 2 steps and falls flat on his face in the grass, luckily, and starts snoring on impact. I kid you not. I can't make this stuff up. He falls asleep on impact. And I'm thinking to myself, man, this reminds me of the scene in Animal House where he brings the drunk girl home in the shopping cart and then rings the doorbell. That's kind of what I felt like with that particular one. He was delivered. I swiped the call closed, and that was that. I had a hell of a laugh out of it. I definitely enjoyed it. Definitely thought that was amusing as hell. So that's one of my stories from first impressions. First week of driving Uber. Yeah, never a dull moment. Adventures in rideshare. Hope you enjoyed the story. Like and share. Have you ever had some crazy people like that? I'm sure you got stories too. Share them with me. Like, subscribe, share the love. Driver Mojo out.